attaches to atoms. It's the benefit of nuclear power over various other energy sources like wind energy, solar energy, coal energy, and oil energy. I'm going to be covering two major different aspects in my speech, nuclear efficiency and nuclear safety. To start off, efficiency, I'm going to be splitting it into two different areas. It's space efficiency and it's fuel efficiency. Space-wise, this is what puts it above most other forms of energy like wind power and solar power. But I'm going to start off with a short video on what exactly nuclear fission is.
Nuclear fission is the splitting of a heavy element's nucleus to form two new elements with smaller nuclei. One of the most important fission reactions is that of uranium-235, which is used in nuclear reactors and atomic weapons. The fission of uranium-235 is initiated when a neutron traveling with enough velocity collides with the uranium-235 nucleus. The collision produces U-236, which immediately splits into two lighter elements, such as krypton-91 and barium-142.
So nuclear fission, it's used in modern-day nuclear reactors. The heat that's released from the atom splitting is used to heat up water, which turns turbines and generates power. It's a similar form to coal power and oil power, but it's far more efficient than the others are. Now, space efficiency of nuclear reactors. Jason Correa, he's a web designer who worked with Pop Atomic and Atomic Insights. He wrote an article showing the benefits of using nuclear power compared to solar power and wind power. In his research, he found that it would take 2,077 2-megawatt wind turbines running at their 25% capacity factor, which is the amount of power they will produce versus what they could produce under ideal conditions, to match up to a single nuclear reactor, which is running at 90% of its capacity factor. So, far more efficient than wind power is. Next is fuel efficiency, comparing nuclear fuel to coal and to oil. I have a question. How much coal do you think it would take to heat your home for one day?
A lot.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, it would take 2.7 metric tons of coal to release 8.2 times 10 to the 10th joules of energy, which would be approximately enough to heat your home for a single day. And this is matched by 13.4 barrels of crude oil. Do you see the nuclear pellet up there? It can release that much energy, and it's a little smaller than a dime. Quite amazing. And the next benefit to nuclear reactors is their safety. First off is operational safety. Because everyone is so concerned about the safety of nuclear power and the nuclear waste it reduces, it's far more heavily monitored than any other form of energy is, which is what makes it a whole lot safer than many other forms of energy. A nuclear reactor, upon its completion of building, hires 400 to 700 operators. Coal stations hire 50 to 60, and natural gas stations only hire 25 to 27. Shows that they take a lot more care in nuclear reactors to ensure that they're safe, because people are afraid of radioactive waste, which is reasonable. And the final benefit I am going to be touching on of nuclear fission is that of their environmental safety and the wastes that they release. Nuclear reactors, for those of you who don't know, release very small amounts of CO2 upon the combustion of their fuel, if you can call it combustion. And they release small amounts of radioactive waste as a result of the process of fission. This radioactive waste is stored in steel-lined boxes and put into large concrete holding cells that are right next to the reactors to ensure that the radioactive waste is kept as far away from the public as possible. This ensures that everyone is kept safe from the radioactive waste. Coal plants, on the other hand, release both solid and liquid waste. The solid waste and the liquid waste are typically stored in landfills and in storage tanks that are over by the landfills. They're rarely lined, and so these unsafe chemicals like arsenic and cadmium can leak into municipal water by contaminating them. Arsenic and cadmium are linked to causing cancer and bronchitis in people. And both coal plants and oil plants release sulfur dioxide, which is believed to be connected to emphysema and bronchitis. So, very undesirable things. The final thought I'd like to leave you with is to stop before you go against nuclear power. It's a clean, safe, and efficient source of power. And over 50 years and 1,500 reactor hours of operation, there have only been 3 nuclear accidents. 2 of them resulted without harm. It was the 3 Mile Lake and the Fukushima. The only people that were hurt in Fukushima were the ones that were actually on the reactor site at the time. And the 3 Mile Island accident was contained within a matter of hours and nobody was hurt. It provides more power, it's cleaner, and it's more efficient than any source of power nowadays.
1, 2, 3.